different. Charlie, I'm sorry. In the land of gods and monsters, I was an angel, living in the garden of evil, screwed up, scared, doing anything that I needed, shining like a fiery beacon. You've got that medicine I need. Fame, liquor, love, give it to me slowly. Put your hands on my waist, do it softly. Me and God, we don't get along, so now I sing. No one's gonna take my soul away. I'm living like Jim Morrison, headed towards a fucked up holiday. Motel sprees, then I'm singing. Oh yeah, give it to me, this is heaven, what I truly want. It's innocence lost, innocence lost.
All right, guys, welcome back to another Wednesday night Heroes and Hooligans Echoes of Zeppelin campaign. Bear with us as we work on a new stream setup tonight. It is our first game live, playing from the new setup. Go ahead and say hi, guys. You should be vocally in the stream now. If you unmute your microphones.
Howdy.
Yeah.
I unmute my microphone. Hello.
Yeah.
Exist.
Okay, so last week when you folks left off, you were coming back to your sort of place of sleeping, and you approached your place of sleeping, and an interesting gentleman was there, standing in this sort of misty green fog. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got tattoos.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I assume this would be the other owner.
You would be correct. You would be correct to assume I, my darlings, am Mr. Levy. Please come to my wagon over here. We need to have a talk. I believe you were the last folks to see Madam Henderson before she met her unfortunate demise. And he kind of walks away.
We thought she was just
She's dead?
Yeah. She just dropped dead there.
This is awkward.
Well,
She was still breathing when we saw
thought
her
she
leave.
was paralyzed.
okay, let the record show we had nothing to do with this. We would never do any harm to you, or her, or anyone here. Please submit to our contract.
I didn't think that you had hurt her. I just, as your new employer, I wanted to introduce myself, be a little less elusive. I've been in business meetings all day, and when I came out of my meeting, I was met with the terrible news that she had passed away, and you were the last folks to see her. So I guess it's a great time, for us to introduce ourselves.
Yes, I do believe that's appropriate.
No, I just want for the record that we never murdered anyone who didn't roll on us first. And that's
Oh.
true.
We didn't murder her.
We didn't.
No.
We've never murdered anyone that didn't.
Speak for yourself.
Oh no.
I didn't murder her, but speak for yourself about the never murdering anyone.
Guys, X-Nay on murder say. Also, hi, Delia Fontenot. It's wonderful to meet you in person now. This is the band. They decided to call themselves Tomorrow's Problem, and they are wonderful.
I never met anybody who willingly called themselves a problem. That was so wonderful. It's interesting.
Well, tomorrow's problem.
Yeah.
Oh, so, like kind of this, like, foreshadowing, overarching, edgelord kind of thing. It could be a problem tomorrow, but it's today.
Oh.
I dig
Exactly. It's
That
supposed
is
to be an inside joke.
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. I don't understand the newfangled humor of you younger
I mean, the
generation.
thing about tomorrow is it never comes.
You know,
The sun will
valid.
come out tomorrow.
Bet your bottom dollar that, he says as he moves to his
Yeah.
comfortable chair after leading you to his wagon. He invites you all
Maybe.
invites you to sit around his table. He's got teacups and pastries for you, and he sits in his chair by the fire. And
Lord.
so, tomorrow's problem. How are you finding the circus so far? Are you enjoying it? Henderson and Levy's Cirque Dreamscape? Is it everything you hoped it would be?
It might
Well,
be
that
if I
custom
touch
did-
one of your cats.
Yes.
They're so cute. They're precious.
That
And I want
custard
to
did me in.
cuddle one. I just want to
Yeah. I wonder if goblin wrestling is a nightly event.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume.
all of the
Oh,
games, they happen multiple times a day. It's how we keep people interested. People come, they partake in the events, and then they go and then they watch the grand show. You folks, speaking of, excellent performance for your first night. Top tier. I heard the crowd really enjoyed.
Thank you.
So, that being said,
Yeah.
we must discuss the dead lady in our midst. What exactly happened?
Oof.
I will gladly fill you in,
Yes.
as I am the one who more or less investigated it. Cece. My name's Cece. And I also read cards. So, we were walking up. There were 3 of us in line, and she popped her head out of the tent and said that we were cursed and that we were going to die at a stroke of midnight, and then she fell over.
Well, that's
So.
a bit foreboding, isn't it?
Yes, and then I went and read her cards because that is something that I can do, and it was accurate.
Well, I mean, I guess curses are a matter of perspective. Sometimes curses can be a blessing in disguise, As far as Madam Henderson,
Thank you. That's what exactly what I said.
Mr. Levy, a woman is dead.
yeah,
How is
that woman was really awful and insufferable, and a majority of the people that work here are exactly excited about that.
Oh, she gone.
Insight check.
yeah?
Roll for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not-
That's a 21 for me.
Okay. That is enough for you to realize that he is
21.
absolutely telling you the truth. She was, for lack of a better term, extremely penny dreadful. So yeah,
Huh.
he's not lying to you. She was a terrible woman.
So was she accurate in her readings?
Oh,
No?
probably, yeah, absolutely. She's never been wrong as far as I've known. Sometimes it could be, you know how fortunes are. They're very much a gray area. Sometimes it comes true in 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 5 years. Sometimes it's 500 years. When you've been around as long as I have, like I said, curse is a matter of perspective and oftentimes a blessing in disguise. Now, um,
Mr. Levy, how long have you been around exactly?
hmm.
It's 500 years, quite a long time, even to an elf such as me.
Mm. Well, let's just say 500 years is on the small end of time span where I originated.
Oh, okay, all right, okay, all right. Well, I guess you're the boss. Yeah.
Yeah, I made you guys some tea, so
Delia, you're our leader.
Wonderful, thank you.
honey and lemon to soothe your throats after a performance. After we're done here, I recommend you getting some good rest. You have a show first thing in the morning. Everybody just loved you so much last night, that or tonight anyway. Almost last night. It's getting late anyways. My brain. Everybody just loved you so much that we just decided that you should be the opening act for the carnival for the day. So that's great news. It's fantastic. My little furry friends, they think it's really great too. And then you see the little two fuzzball furry cats like purring at you and like looking at you like, yeah, this is a really awesome idea. Um, so drink up, drink your
Now,
tea.
Mr. Levy, it's an early start, and we have beignets if we're going to be working in the morning.
Oh, you would love beignets? Of course, you could have whatever you wanted for
Well,
breakfast.
it's on our rider.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's on
must
our
keep
rider.
our top talent, satiated and full, and make sure you have everything that you need. Could I get sparkling water delivered to your tent? He rolls his eyes at you.
Lever, I think he's kidding.
Well, I never kid about beignets.
Liver, all we have to do is ask for access to a frying pan. You make better beignets than anybody else anyway.
Mr. Levy, you got a frying pan around?
Yeah, probably so. I'll have somebody bring a frying pan to your wagon.
Okay, now we're talking.
And I mean, if you need help with like getting them crispy, I bet the fire breathers could help.
Actually, you should
Okay,
speak with
all right.
Burley. Burley is the best chef in the whole place, but he will never tell you that he is. You might have to give him a little something to get him to help you, but he's the best cook. He makes me the best eggs Benedict. Oh, the yolk is just so creamy, and he uses the perfect seasoning blend, puts fresh little chives there on the top, makes the toast like the perfect amount of golden brown and crispness, and when you dip it in, it just pulls the yolk so nice, like a good cheese pull almost, but it's a good yolk pull. Oh my stars, for the love of lies, that's so good. Anyways, enough of my dramatics.
What are
Yes?
what are chives?
Oh, they're these little like herby onion things. They grow in the ground. I don't know. People put strange things in their mouth and they taste good. So,
You were saying
I
possibly
was.
about me holding a cat?
Oh, if you would like to pet my kittens, of course. Make sure you ask permission because we're all about consent here in these parts. So make sure you just ask them very politely because if you don't, they might take your eye out. I've seen it happen a timer. Oh, I don't know, 37.
Okay, cool. So Cece's gonna walk over to the nearest cat and ask very politely, "Hi, kitten. I don't know your name, but I was wondering if I could pick you up and possibly give you some head scritches and cuddles. You don't have to say yes."
The cat that's laying on the bed, he's got a little tag hanging from his collar. It says Mr. Bigglesworth. And he kind of like lazily stretches and stands up and like looks up at you like, yes, bipedal individual, you may proceed.
Cece's gonna
This
like
he reminds me of you.
very gently pet this cat. I am very feline like. Yes, thank you so much. I am so happy right now.
Yeah, he just soaks it up. Now, darlings, if you don't mind, I would prefer that you take off and head back to your sleep space. I have other business arrangements happening very, very shortly. And you hear a knock at his door as soon as he says that. Ah, yes, right on time.
Of course, thank you for your time.
Were you not going to ask him about the creepy thing that was in the Hall of Mirrors?
That's a later thing. That's a tomorrow problem.
Oh,
Not now.
but tomorrow never comes.
We don't
Okay.
know that
We'll
yet,
go
okay?
now. Thank you so much for your time.
All right,
Yes.
bye.
Oh,
Be
one
back for you,
second.
kitten.
Before we go, I need
Yes.
you to sign your contracts. And a
Didn't
big
we
smile.
already sign a contract?
Oh, maybe with your manager, darling, but this is a different sort of contract. And he like waves his hand and the table clears in front of you, and around the table is a space for each of you to sit, and you see contracts with your names on them, including Delia at the table, and a quill sitting in the middle of the table next to a bottle of iridescent ink.
Yeah, I'm reading through this.
Yep, I'm gonna read through it.
Absolutely reading through it.
You topsiders had your contracts. Is anybody going to tell me what this thing says?
I will read
I
it
will
to you,
read
Flip.
this out loud to you.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Delia.
All
I
right.
trust Delia.
So when you go to read this contract, it's in a language that I believe none of you actually speak. So unless you have an ability,
What language?
it's in Marquesian.
I do not speak Marquesian.
No.
Yeah. So
I speak many weird things, but not Marquesian.
when you look at the contract, the words like you're like, what is this? And at the bottom, the only thing that is written in common tongue is essentially the sign and date here line.
Cece's gonna lean over to Delia real quick. How do you feel about this?
Sir, I'm sure this contract is very good, but do you have a version of it in common, or?
Common.
I mean, we're both bees.
As
We
if
can't
I
read
would do
this.
business in the language of peasants in common. How appalling. Delia, I
Would
took
you prefer to do business in the language of angels?
We could do it in the language of the Fae.
Goblin or Eternal? I speak both of those.
He starts
I can also do it in the language of the old ones.
He starts speaking to Delia in Sylvan. He speaks to Delia in Sylvan, not Sylvia, for fuck's sake. And asks her if this is a better preferred dialect.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, well, let's talk about this contract, darling, as you seem to hold all of the brain cells for the entirety of the band. Now, I don't really know where you found these folks or why you found these folks, but I'm trusting it's for a very good reason, as your reputation has preceded you, darling. And he appears to be talking very happily to Cordelia. His tone hasn't changed. He's still very excited, but you pick up the change in his dialect of Sylvan, where he's hitting you with a more serious sort of tone. And he just looks at you when he says your reputation precedes you. And he says, I trust you'll keep your band in line and we'll keep other things away from the circus bad for business. Anyways, the contract simply states that you will work 1 year under Henderson and Levy's, and we will revisit that again in a year. And if you should choose to sign a lifetime, then your benefits and things will be added. But essentially, it just says we provide you room and board, 3 shows a day, sometimes extra. We move on every 3rd day. This is our 3rd day tomorrow, so we'll be moving on after the last show of the night. It just details everything very simply. Oh, and it says if you break your contract or defect without speaking to Madam Henderson or I first, which Henderson being deceased now, it would be simply me, things could happen. But we won't go there because I'm sure you will do everything that you're supposed to do because, after all, you are a good girl, aren't you, Delia?
Of course. Of course. And this all sounds very above board. I see no issue with this. And Delia will make it a point to sign with Delia Fontenot. That is the name that goes on this contract.
Mm-hmm.
If Delia signs it, then I'm signing it.
I want you, when you sign that contract, Cordelia, I would like you to roll me a deception, please. And I want you to roll that at disadvantage.
Delia's a gambling girl, gamble all around. Delia's a gambling girl, she lay her money down.
15.
He looks at you and smiles and waves his hand, and the ink at the bottom of your contract sort of erases, and he just winks at you.
Oh, her smile is so strange right now. She's going to re-sign it, but she's going to angle it to where no one else sees what she writes before folding it and handing it over.
And he takes the contract from you and smiles at you, ever so gently. And he says,
Anybody wonder, besides me, why Delia's suddenly vibrating? Like, she's giving off literal weird vibes right now.
I think you're the only one who could feel that, Flip.
Oh. You okay, Delia? Because you're literally vibrating right now.
Hi, it's nothing. Just sign the contract.
Sure.
Cece will sign it with her full name.
Somebody want to show me where to sign?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
And I'll show Flip.
Okay, and I will sign it with an X.
Perfect.
I want to look at Delia because I also speak Sylvan, so I heard all of that and how his tone changed. I'm gonna look at Delia and I'm going to sign it. Not break eye contact with Delia as I do it.
Still that strange smile.
Henry, why are you looking at her like that?
Because she's vibrating. It's in a weird minor mode.
I don't know how you guys are sensing this.
so he takes your contracts as you finish signing them. And Henry, when you hand your contract over, he kind of makes eye contact with you. And when he makes eye contact with you, you very clearly can see the look in his eye as he, knows that you understood because he watched you look at her. And he says to her, or he just says to you with his eyes, keep your mouth shut sort of thing. He gives you this kind of like mafia don look as you're sitting around under, the smoky haze of the underground speakeasy. And he looks at you like, I know but I know that you're not going to say anything sort of thing. And he says, oh, children, don't forget before you go, take your tea cakes. They're very delicious. And he quickly ushers you out. And each of you are holding a doggy bag with your little tea cake from the inside as you get out the door.
Wait, well, That went well. We should discuss the set list for tomorrow.
Uh,
Are you sure you're good?
Yep, this is fine. This is fine.
You're gonna
That's-
break your teeth if you
Let's
keep moving your
let's
mouth
get
like
back.
that.
Let's go back to our wagon first, so we can talk about the set list.
okay.
Okay.
I believe that sounds good.
So you
Yeah.
head back.
Venture over there.
Yeah, you're just right around the corner. You're at 10 on the map, and you guys are staying at 11, so you're able to just go around the big top and go back to your own space. And when you go into your tent, there's it's a very large tent. There's cots for everybody. There's like a little sort of, oh, what do they call it? Like a curtain that hangs between each of them for privacy. There's places for, at the foot of each of the cots, like a trunk to put your things in, yada, 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 all of the fancy, nice things that performers would have. So you're able to like go in and finally
Beignets?
relax. No beignets, but fairy cupcakes.
Well, I can. I got so custarded out yesterday on those cupcakes. So much
Earlier
custard.
today, are you okay?
Oh, well,
Did
I
you
don't know.
did you pass out?
Well, I mean, it was 7.
He sure did.
Oh, I folded like a tent.
This is what happens when Henry and I try to go over and play games with bunnies.
It's too much. It's too
You
much.
play with
Flip actually
bunnies?
did quite an impressive job.
Thank you. 17 cupcakes and counting. I could eat more, and I'll just reach over and grab one of the cakes and shove it in my mouth.
Wow.
If you don't want
Have
yours,
mine.
I mean,
thanks.
you can have Flip. You can have all of my cupcakes. I get sick just looking at them.
That is why I like you, and I take your cupcake and eat it.
That's why you like me. That's
no,
why.
I mean that's one of the reasons.
Okay, all right. That's better.
You can have mine too,
You
Flip.
also cook good bacon.
Well, I mean, you got some baking skills. We're working on those skills, Flip.
You wanted to talk about the set list.
Yes.
Yes, we should do that. What would you guys like to do tomorrow?
I figured we would sing some songs.
That's right.
That's a good
I can-
start.
I can do tomorrow tonight.
I like it. Now, should we? We have a whole camp here. We have all these people around, and we could ask them. We could actually ask some of them what songs they would like to hear. Maybe give them some options and listen. We got people all around.
While I do believe that is a good idea, perhaps we should focus on the songs that we've practiced, given this is our second day.
Oh, practice is
And then
over.
as we become more familiar with the people that we work with and the patrons that come to the circus, then we can start accounting for requests.
Fair. Okay. All right. I
We
mean,
can
I'm
do
willing to
that.
wait.
I'm
I
not
mean-
saying no, I'm just saying not yet.
Just in general, what's the vibe of the show we're trying to put on? Because, like, I feel like some of us have a very specific vibe, but others of us have a very, like, I don't know, different vibe. And I don't really know what the vibe of this circus is.
What are you trying to say, Flip? I'm trying to say I've got a specific vibe. I've got range.
You got within your vibe. I'm not. I like your vibe. I just think we should figure out what the vibe of this place is and how it gels.
Okay, all right.
I think you guys can do literally anything you want.
Anything?
That's part of the appeal is that you guys can, in theory, do just about anything.
I mean, that's true.
Anything we want in Delia's restaurant.
It's a circus.
You
Oh.
guys, more or less, just are set to appeal to literally anyone. So,
Maybe we should only sing about food because that's all I can think about.
Well, whatever we do, I'm just I'll back everybody up. I'm here for it. Maybe I should talk to Levy about taking over the fortune telling tent. Maybe it'll get us some extra money.
Let's
Ooh.
focus on
Money
Joe.
is good. You can buy cheese with it.
I like the idea. It's good.
Did we
but
ask him where we're going next? He mentioned we'll be traveling tomorrow.
I don't
Oh,
believe
sorry.
that matters. We've already signed the contract.
Focus, Flip, focus. Set list. Well, I mean, I know a song about hell. I know another one about water.
Do you know one about air?
Not really. I can work on it.
Now, would hell be fire or ice?
Well, it just depends on your perspective on the end of the world.
I agree. Yes.
Well,
So,
perhaps we should do what feels natural to us, and the rest of the band will follow.
okay,
We did
Max,
have
all right.
enough time in the mansion to work up some semblance of a dynamic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, Max, you want to go first?
I'm okay with whatever order we go in.
Yeah.
I liked how Flip went and did the big top number first when we jumped in. That was actually kind of cool.
Okay.
I liked that quite a lot, actually.
Am I supposed to do that same song again, or did you want me to do a different one?
Well, I mean, it's
Suppose
gonna be a
that's up to
different
you.
crowd every night, so it's up to you.
I mean, I could do that song, or I can do just about anything as long as I've heard it once.
That's right.
Is there a
That's
song
right.
that you might have in mind?
Well, no, not really.
Oh. Now,
But
what was
hang
that
on.
song you were humming earlier? You were doing a little thing there earlier, I remember.
Which one? Oh, I
Something
leak
about
music.
socks.
Oh yeah. That one was. Hang on. I gotta think about it. It was like, well, it was because I heard this one when we were at the mansion, and y'all were doing dramatic things, and it gave me a headache. So I flew away, and I heard this guy. He was singing. He was singing down by the beach, and it was like, sitting in the morning sun.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Keep going.
I could do that. That would be kind of a mellow, like slow start, though. It's
True,
kind of a
true.
downer of a song. Do we really want to start on a down note and then kick it up from there?
I remember you said you like to punch him in the face right up front, and then we can bring it down later.
I mean, I'm up for anything.
Right. Okay, Delia, you're in charge here. What do you think?
Okay, given the time span, we could probably start with the same number just because it really fits with the fact that look around us. That's a good start, that's a good opening, and then we can move on into other songs. Because I do like the one told us about Flip.
Yeah, that was good.
Cool. I also got one, if you think it fits the audience, about how I come from a land down under.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. You do.
I do, and I feel
Oh,
like
we
some of
should
these
start with
folks
that.
might too.
Yeah, we
No,
should
I don't
start
think we
with
should start that one, but we can work it in. Just let me know when you want it.
that. So good.
Uh, Alright, so we're starting with that. Anyone else want to mention things so I can try to create a semblance of order?
Well, let's see. Do we have a theme? I feel like I could do a lot of things if we had a theme.
Water. Go with water and fire.
I'm
Okay.
just saying Earth and Air have a space in here too.
I mean,
Um,
sure, we can definitely do them, but I feel like water and fire are good, like, contrast.
Yeah. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Oh yeah, I like that one. You should do that. It good sounds good in your voice.
All right. with my limited range.
Okay. So we could do that. That could be the
Alright.
next song. We go into one of Flip's songs. Then
Sure.
Mads or Cece or Henry next.
I was just gonna back everybody up,
Mm.
with whatever.
What
Same.
about
We are here for all of the numbers.
Yeah.
what about that Devil Georgia song you were working on? I
I'm
feel
not
like this crowd would dig it.
I'm not finished with it yet.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
It's okay. It needs a little bit more work because it just
Yeah, sure. I was taking a nap while you were practicing it and it sounded real good. It sounds like it's ready, but if you don't feel ready, I get it.
you're so sweet, Flip. Thank you.
I give you a big smile with all my pointy teeth.
Oh God, I forgot how much teeth you have. Just okay. Close it.
So many teeth.
I
Close
mean,
it.
in
It's a
theory,
toothy smile.
all of you are in all these songs. I was just trying to make sure. Hey, if you wanted a chance to be front and center, you had it. That's all.
Well, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I'm just more comfortable right now doing the things in the back. If you don't mind.
If we are we adhering to a theme of water and fire?
And earth and wind.
I think it's more focused on fire and water, but we could do just elements, period.
Okay. Well, allow me a moment to think about it, and I'm sure I'll have something by the time show rolls over.
All right. Worst case, if we can, if if nothing really comes to mind, then we will work on themes tomorrow. Like actually sit down and figure out themes.
These
I mean,
shows always seem to sneak up on us, don't they?
that's very on
A
brand
little
for us
bit,
to
yeah.
just let this be tomorrow's problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have a year to get into the groove of it, since we're apparently here for a year.
Oh,
I
that's
don't think I've ever done anything for a year straight. This is going to be a new experience.
Oh, and speaking of that,
Hmm?
if any of you try to leave, we're fucked. So don't
Wait,
leave.
what?
Why would
Wait,
we?
what?
Like,
This is where we signed a contract, Delia. We're not going anywhere.
oh,
Wait,
I
it-
just want to make sure we know that there is no. If anyone here wants to try and break the contract for whatever reason, it's a bad idea. Please don't do that.
I mean,
Look,
So,
worst case
but
scenario, we could just.
what if we literally get eaten by a dragon over the course of this year? You
Oh,
really never know. Like,
well,
was there a clause in there for death and dismemberment, or is he just going to
well,
bring us back and expect us to keep performing?
do we have death benefits?
Don't
I mean,
worry
I
about
think
it.
I think I know a way out of the contract. We
Da,
just
da, da.
get up there and rickroll them every day until they let us out.
Look, don't
Never
worry
gonna give.
about
Never
it.
gonna give.
We're
6 What's New Pussycats.
one,
Jenna,
it's not unusual.
That's right. That's right. We just do what's new Pussycat every time until they let us out.
You gotta have a break in there, though. You have to have a break and at least put in
Oh,
a couple of it's not unusuals, and then we can go
what
from
about,
there.
what about she's a
Throw
lady?
them off the scent.
And then they'll
She's
get
not.
really mad when we do it again.
Yeah,
Just
that's right.
straight back into What's New Pussycat.
Exactly.
Right.
And it starts out so quiet.
no,
Wah, wah.
All right.
So great.
no.
So we have an exit strategy. That's what I'm hearing. Is worst case scenario, we
Let's have an exit strategy.
yes.
We don't need one
No,
right
we
now.
just keep singing songs unless a dragon eats us. I was just worried because you never know.
Delia, did
Never
you know
gonna
this was
give. Never
gonna
gonna
be a
give.
year-long contract? I thought we didn't understand how much time this was gonna be. I thought it wasn't gonna be that long.
Well, that's like 365 days of beignets.
Unless, of course, they take us somewhere that time gets all weird, and then who knows? We could
True.
pull a
That's
Rip Van Flip.
Rob Van Winkle, yes, otherwise known as uh, Vanilla uh, what's the word? Cupcake?
A vanilla cupcake. That's
Custard?
just breakfast.
Oh, now
Rip
see,
Rip Van Flip was a fairy who wandered off, and everybody thought he got eaten by a worm, but it turned
oh,
off that he met another fairy, and he wandered off with that other fairy, and he came back like 300 generations of fairies later.
oh, I was thinking of the guy that did icing baby, the
I s-
cupcake guy.
Named after a
oh,
shape, like a
I
like a sphere.
I don't
Something.
understand, but that's okay.
Icing baby. Everybody's heard that song. What do you mean?
I was talking about folklore. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about music. What are you talking about?
Flip,
Folklore. That's what I
you
said.
should write a book
Oh, a cookbook?
or narrate to one of us, and we can write a book of all of your stories. Sounds
Why?
fun. It's something to pass on. I mean, folklore is usually just like verbally said, but I don't know. Books
But
are nice.
who would read a book I wrote?
Me?
I would read it.
Okay. But anyway, I don't know any songs about Rip Van Flip though. If we wanted to talk about music, you had one about a cupcake song.
Icing baby.
Oh,
That's
that
right.
makes me hungry.
I've had enough cupcakes for one lifetime, and I'm
And
old.
well, nobody's perfect.
So we
Uh,
have everything settled, right? Or are we still stuck on the set list?
Oh, me.
I do have a song regarding fire that I can do tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right. All right.
Just had to mentally scour my repertoire.
Who's going first?
Um,
Do we want to do Ring of Fire first to get it out of the way? It's got a little bit of pep to it.
yeah,
she
the
said
Sure,
we
why
were going to
not?
start with the same song about it being the greatest show,
Okay.
and then
move
I think
on
the Ring of
into
Fire is awesome because it like brings them in.
Okay.
Um, After that, I could do the one about hell because like fire leads to hell.
Yes.
Uh,
Accurate.
then we should lighten it up a bit. Who has something lighter?
Well, about fire or water.
I have a lighter topic, but it's still about fire.
Okay, a
Okay.
lighter topic about fire's good.
Yes.
Ironic, but yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't you think?
and then I guess from there one more number and I think we have enough for tomorrow morning.
I mean, if you want, I can do the one about the dock of the bay that you guys liked. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a better ender than because it'll like settle them down so they don't like, go out and start a riot or anything.
That
Yeah.
would be fun.
I
That's
mean, that
good
would be
too.
fun, but I feel like we should do that once we have a little bit more ground to stand on with Levy. I feel like burning down Mr. Levy's circus is not a good day 2 on the job activity.
But he hired
Oh
If
us
that's the
for a
case,
reason.
perhaps I should finish out.
That's our thing. Starting riots.
No,
That is what we
no,
do.
no, we are not going to do that.
Wait, what?
We're not going to start riots
That's our
because
brand.
if we start riots, then I'm not keeping you all under control. And then I'm in trouble. And if I'm in trouble,
No. If you tell us to start the riot and then we do, you are in total control of us.
And I'm telling you not to start a riot.
Which is why I was suggesting the Dock of the Bay song as a like chill out, go
Yeah.
home, party's over.
But
Yes,
we're the
yes.
opening act.
That
We can't be parties over. We have to get the party
Oh,
started.
are we the opening act? I wasn't paying attention to
Yeah.
that
yes.
part.
We gotta get this
Yes, we
party
are the
started.
opening act.
Then never mind. The Dock of the Bay should definitely not happen tomorrow tonight. Tomorrow
Cool.
night.
If that's the case, perhaps I should finish out the set list.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
And then we
Bring it.
have a full arc. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I could do the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let this motherfucker burn.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. They might burn it down though. They might actually burn the whole place down. It's
Oh,
happened before.
uh,
That's a
Okay,
lot to
so
unpack there.
set
We'll do that.
list
We'll do
covered,
that the
correct?
last day of the contract,
yes,
maybe.
Yes,
yes.
it's done.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Okay,
did somebody type it out
I
so
am
we
going to bed.
I'm working on it. So it's
okay.
we've got The Greatest Show, Ring of Fire, Hell or Something Like It, and then you said you had something about fire that was lighter, but you didn't say what it was.
It's called Let It Burn.
Let It Burn.
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, we've only need one more song. You said you've got a finisher as well?
Oh, that was the one I was planning on finishing with. We can
Okay.
pepper in our
Okay.
normal songs in between. Yes.
Yes, there are songs in between that out of character we're just assuming go on. We don't have to do
That's
that. Yeah.
that sounds awesome.
What about the man from down under?
Oh yeah, The Man from Down Under. Where do you want to put it?
Oh, I love that song. It's a good one.
I
Why
could
don't we
just
put it instead
sing.
of The Greatest Show?
We could do that, or I could just sing that one like out front, like busking to get the crowds in
Oh,
before things
okay,
start.
yeah.
Sure, why not?
I don't mind making a bit of a spectacle of myself. I know that apparently to y'all topsiders I look a bit strange, so
To me,
No,
Flo.
you're fine
many
as
teeth?
you are.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I just said y'all think I look funny, I've been told.
I don't find you funny at all.
It's actually
Yes,
kind of
that's what I
frightening when you
meant.
open your mouth. But that's about it, Flip.
Cece.
Like
Cece.
this, and I show you all my teeth again.
Oh, that's a lot of
Oh my
teeth.
God.
there.
How do you brush them?
I don't. Are you supposed to brush them?
More cupcake.
Bed. I'm going to it. I'm going to bed. Good night,
I-
everybody.
I
Good
brush my
eye.
ear hair, not my teeth.
How do you? That's a whole lot to unpack.
You
not
say
gonna do
that
it
to
now.
me so much.
It's a problem for tomorrow, Flip. It
Okay,
is.
let's go to bed and we'll wake
Alright,
up
good
tomorrow
night.
and get this party started.
Fine. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
So you head
Say
to your...
goodnight to Delia and Sylvan.
Ooh. So you head off to your
I'm
cots, and you take a nice long rest for the evening. You get well rested so that way you can have a great performance in the morning. You sleep really, really good, just like you feel like, oh God, this is the best night of sleep I've had. It's like the longest night of sleep I've had in a while. Feels like a couple weeks, but it really hasn't been that long. And so you wake up in the morning, and Lever, the smell of something sweet and a little greasy fills your nose as these tendrils of tantalizing temptation reach to you from the other side of your tent.
It's so much goodness I can't stand it. I'm gonna have to go check this out.
And you see a silver platter, massive silver platter, piled in a pyramid of beignets and some bananas Foster sauce on the side if you want some.
Oh, okay. What I'm talking about, we got some cinnamon here, we got some powdered sugar, we got some beignets. Everybody get up, there's beignets, we got beignets, it's showtime.
Smell fruity.
Yeah. Flip, I bet you could eat 20 beignets and still perform.
Easily.
Oh, that's not even a question for you, is it?
No, I ate 20 cupcakes last night.
You know how much I love beignets. I eat one beignet and I am just happy for an entire day. One beignet a day keeps Lever a happy elf.
That doesn't quite rhyme, but if you pronounced it happy, then it would rhyme, and you could do something with that. Like it'd be like a beignet a day
Yeah.
keeps Lever happy. But then it sounds like you're trying to sell beignets instead of writing a song.
Well, maybe when I retire, I'll sell beignets.
You should totally do that. I would buy
Maybe-
beignets from you.
maybe I secretly have a side hustle selling beignets and I just do advertising as a bard.
Somehow wouldn't be surprised by that.
You hear a
That's
knock
right.
at the door of your tent.
Who is it?
You're returned with a grunt instead of words.
I'm so sorry. We cannot admit you unless we know who you are.
Cece will go open the door.
Cece, wait, no.
Burley stands there outside the door, just looking at you, and he hands you this red and white striped envelope, and he just kind of grunts and walks away.
Burley is not a man of many words. He's got few words. But
What is it?
Can I open it?
Yeah.
Okay, I open it.
It says, "Good morning. Tomorrow has come, and there will be no problem as your show is starting in 5 minutes. See you all in the big top. Signed, Mr.
Yep.
Levy."
Oh,
Move.
All right, let's tough it.
No.
okay, let's get loose. Let's get loose.
You're a big fan of
Yeah.
communication here.
My God.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Let's do it.
She'll grab a beignet and throw it in her mouth before she runs. I can't help it. It's so good.
And
Alan,
you,
look, midnight past it, we're still alive.
Yep, it wasn't that midnight that you were gonna die. But she did die by midnight, so maybe she meant herself.
Can we go over this later when I don't need to perform in front of a bunch of people?
I mean, okay.
so you scramble out of your tent and you run through the dressing room and through the backstage, and you get to the side of the stage where you're ready to go on, and you see Elwick, Troublesome, the little gnome friend that you made, behind the stage. She kind of winks at you and then disappears in her sort of theatric amount of smoke, and you hear the MC outside announcing your band as, you know, the headliners and their new top talent, and just hyping you up, and the crowd goes wild, and you see the lights sort of dim, and you get a countdown from a small fairy next to you, 3, 2, 1, and he pushes you onto the stage.
That's right. Or tomorrow's problem. Today! Take it away, Flip.
All right, all right. I don't know about y'all, where y'all are from, but I come from a very special place, and I wanted to give a shout out to my homeland. Not that they'll ever hear about it, but traveling in a fried combi. Sing it with me, y'all, if you know it. On a hippie trailhead full of zombie. I met a strange man. He made me nervous. He took me in and gave me beignets. Well, he said, "Do you come from a land down under,
Oh, yeah.
where women glow and men plunder? Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
Yeah.
As I come from a land down under, where bitters flow and men chunder. Can't you hear us thunder? You better run, you better take cover."
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, we are tomorrow's problem today. We do enjoy the occasional beignet, and we are here to partay. But we got to bring the heat a bit, so I'm going to turn it over to my friend here.
Are you all happy? I had a beignet this morning, so I'm a happy elf. I'm a happy elf. And you know the one thing they say about a happy elf? A happy elf is a lovely elf. And the thing they say about love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by a wild desire, I fell to a ring of fire. Sing it with me now. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
I went down.
Down, 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 the flames went higher, and it burns,
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 burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Take it away, Mads.
Oh, no, you're doing quite well on your own.
Oh, is it still me? Oh, I didn't. The taste of love is sweet like beignets when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child, but oh, the fire went wild. Flip.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the gang got higher. Cece.
Insert
Cece.
violin solo here.
And it burns, burns, burns.
The ring of fire.
The ring of fire. Who's next?
How's the audience doing right now?
Feeling good? You feeling good? Anybody from Feywild in the audience tonight? Oh, I see you down there in front of Feywild. Yeah, yeah. You ever seen a unicorn heartbroken? No, me neither. But I was heartbroken by a unicorn. Oh, it still hurts. Still hurts so much. What do we got next? Delia, what's on the set list?
Hell or something like it. Hell or something
All
like it.
right, here we go. Am I dead? I don't feel too alive. I cannot feel my face. Can I feel my size? Am I dead? I feel so less than whole. Everywhere I look, no good rotten souls. This I don't deserve, though I was no saint. Check that paperwork. I'm giving Delia some eyes there. There must be some kind of mistake. This must be hell or something like it. This must be hell or something like it. This must be hell or something like it. 'Cause hell has got to know my name. And then I'm going to lean in toward the audience, pick some folks that look real sketchy to me, just about as sketchy as I do, and go, we all think we're good. No one likes to fall. I did the best I could, but there's not room in heaven for us all. This must be hell or something like it. This must be hell or something like it. 'Cause hell has got to know my name. I'm sure y'all don't know that feeling at all.
Anybody here from Hell tonight? Any of our Hell Raisers tonight? Oh yes. Hello there. Yeah, okay. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. Oh yeah. Tell them about us down in the nine circles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
hell is
Well-
really just a state of mind. I know people very happy in the hells.
Yes.
As we bring our show to a close and we
I'd
welcome you
rather laugh with
to
the sinners than cry with the saints. You know what I'm saying?
as we bring our set to a close, we wanted to close out with a little bit of a reminder that who we used to be is sometimes difficult, but the past moves you forward and it brings your future so much more brightness. You will remember the day you burned it all to the ground. I know you've heard this before, but you gotta be strong now. This is not the end. Hey kid, can you hear me? Don't you dare pull the trigger, throw it all away. You have every reason left to stay alive. All this hell you've lived
lived and seen. Drown it all in gasoline. Then light a match, pull the pin. You are not who you've been. The past is just lessons learned. Light it up and let it burn. Let it burn. The past is just lessons learned. Light it up and let it burn. Thank you, everyone. We have been tomorrow's problem. Please enjoy your time at the circus and remember that we will be performing again. But that just happens to be tomorrow's problem.
And the crowd goes wild. Woo! Yeah, woo! And all the claps and the lights kind of dim. And you guys are able to sort of move off the stage.
That was good.
Good job. I'm gonna go find out when exactly our next show is, so we're actually prepared.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, they're real big fans of advance notice here. You can tell.
Oh, totally.
I will
Absolutely.
find you all in a moment. Just
Do you
enjoy
want-
what you did. You did
You-
very well.
Are you sure you want to go by yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I have message. I can let someone know if I'm being attacked.
Okay.
Which I doubt that's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes, but
Well,
Hey,
I don't
not
think it's
noon
really.
yet.
Now you just put it out into the world. You just said it.
It's not noon
okay.
yet. You know? I mean, fine.
Are we
Besides,
even really a band if we don't start a riot?
no riot.
Not
No
here.
riot.
No
I got.
riot.
Well,
As
what
she
can
walks away.
Oh, okay, bye. So what do we want to do now that we've already played and we have nothing else going on for the rest of the day, foreseeably?
I think
Cece's gonna answer it.
It's Burley.
Hi, Burley.
Early.
He hands you the same sort of envelope.
Oh,
Okay. I open it.
It says, it's from Mr. Levy again. It says, fantastic performance. I see it was not much of a problem for you. And then it says, golf clap in quotes there. And then he says, your next performance is at noon. It's 8 o'clock right now. Your next performance is at noon, and then you'll headline after the dinner show at 6:30 p.m. So be prepared. Don't eat too much of the sweets, Lever. Hope you enjoyed your beignets. And that's the end of his note.
Hey. We've got a couple hours to kill. Should we practice? Should we?
practice.
I mean, what should we do? Like,
Should we try to figure out what the frick was that creepy thing in the Hall of Mirrors that was gonna steal the soul of the halfling dude? Or do I have delusions of grandeur again?
I mean, I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's there.
I'm here for that, man. I'm here for that.
Henry, where did you disappear off to yesterday?
Yeah, you were you were holding my hand, and then suddenly you just weren't.
Well, I saw this thing, and so then I went and I got the thing. Here, wait, let me grab it. Pull out this just absolutely awful looking stein.
Did you get that?
What the fuck is that?
It's a smoothie.
What? Where? Henry.
Really, this whole wagon, and it had a bunch of stuff. There was some dolls. Those were weird. Didn't look at those. Some other shit. That was weird. No, the stein. And they just gave it to me. It was awesome.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that you went over to the curio tent where there's a bunch of haunted shit, and they just gave you something.
Including but not limited to that doll that Delia found you.
It's literally in the room staring at all of you.
Can we just not
Yes, I
acknowledge
can
Annabelle
feel it
right
look-
now?
Its
She's
eyes
over
follow
there.
you and I hate it.
I generally prefer not to acknowledge Annabelle whenever possible. She keeps trying to hug me.
we're gonna forget that ever happened. Anyway, they handed you this stein. Did they say anything?
And then I put a smoothie in it. Yes.
Do you
The
feel
immediate
okay?
question of where did you get a smoothie?
Fair
Sorry
question.
for
Obviously
places
not the
that people
curio
don't-
tent. The
Can
curio tent did not.
can I-
they
Give
did
me
not-
that stein. I'm gonna sniff the stein. Do I smell anything? I mean, besides Henry's morning breath.
Oh,
You probably smell smoothie.
blood orange smoothie.
Blood
okay.
orange. More bananas. This place is a circus full of bananas. Yeah. Okay, I guess it was really just a smoothie, though.
What else would it be?
I mean, it came from the curio tent, Henry. It could have been anything.
Yeah,
Henry, I
dude.
am nowhere near buzzed enough to deal with your bullshit right now.
Well, would you
Oh.
like to fix that? We could go get some beer.
I have
This is a cup.
more than one
Delia
bottle of
brought
alcohol.
home a child.
I am also worried about that.
Just okay. We'll worry about it later. Let's just go over to the Hall of Mirrors or whatever and go find that stupid thing that you guys were talking about with that one crying person yesterday.
That was creepy, yeah. On our way over, I want to make sure that the sign is still there that says "Do not propose to your girlfriend" near Tasha's hideous laughing chamber.
You
Important
all go
sign.
ahead. I'm going to wait for Delia.
Okay.
Yeah, so the sign is still there, Flip. You can see it very nicely hanging there when you walk by it.
Paper's still up.
Good. Let's go in there.
You're going into the Hall of Mirrors, you said?
Yeah.
So get your ticket out.
Wait.
No, I'm sneaking in this time because last time the dude said he snuck in and that was how the creepy thing found him. And I want to find the creepy thing.
Oh,
Can Henry
you're
distract us?
sneaking. I like sneaking. Roll me a stealth, please.
Okie dokie. I'm actually not too bad at stealth for someone who literally glows in the dark. 17.
17. 17, you say? Okay, that's enough for you to sneak in. Who's going with you, or are you going by yourself?
I failed to think about it ahead of time, so if no one comes with, I guess I went by myself.
I will be there.
I'm going. I'm not leaving Flip.
I rolled a 19.
19 is good. 19 is good. So we have 17 and 19. Who else stealthed? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Henry slips in with a 17, I believe.
Okay.
And I walk in singing, "He's been dancing with Mr. Brownstone. He's been knocking and he won't leave me alone. No. I roll an 11 stealth.
That's still enough for you to get in.
Okay.
Dude, you'd be sneakier if you didn't sing while you're sneaking.
Yeah, I'm hiding in plain sight, see?
Yeah,
They
you're
get
getting
used
in.
to it. They threw me out.
You're getting in. So you're sneaking into the Hall of Illusion. You sneak right past Candlefoot as he's busy miming, and you approach this large tent with murals of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color. The elliptical stripes on this tent The stripes on the tent's canopy rotate in spirals. That's what I'm trying to English, okay? The whole display seems designed to befuddle the onlookers. A clown dressed in muted garb stand at the tent's entrance, and that is Candlefoot, who you have successfully sneaked past. So, you walk into this Hall of Illusions, and you are very aware kind of how it goes as you begin to see the difference in your person, your changing ages like you had done before or not, depending on who you were as a person. And you are sneaking and sneaking and sneaking. And you are suddenly met in the mirror by a small childlike girl, child-sized girl, and she presents herself to you, asking you what you're doing.
We're here to ask you the same thing.
I think we're looking for you.
She giggles.
I immediately I drop down to her level.
She giggles at you and says, "You cannot find what is not lost," and disappears.
Yes. But I just did.
Maybe we have to get lost in the maze.
I mean, I'm already lost. Just in general.
What is that?
Well, yeah, let's get lost then.
Okay, bye guys. And I just fly up and over one set of mirrors to whatever is on the next side over.
Cece's gonna close her eyes and just start walking back the way she came and spin around a few times just to kind of disorient herself.
Okay, let's split up, gang.
I don't like splitting the party.
Henry, if something happens, just actually I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. I can't. I'm not gonna do this without you.
Okay, that's a much better idea versus all of us going off separately to go, talk to the ghost girl.
Lever, go with Flip.
Too late, Flip's already gone.
Oh.
Okay, stay with us then. Just
Well, I'm going to do an investigation. Go find Flip. 10.
I don't think you're finding Flip with 10 because he's pretty good
I've
stuff.
been lost. Oh, no.
Lever, while you're trying to find Flip, you round a corner through the Hall of Illusions and you bump into Burley. And he holds his finger up to the front of his pumpkin helmet, like making the shush noise at you, and he squats down to your level. He pulls his jack-o'-lantern.
Right.
He pulls his jack-o'-lantern helmet off, revealing a worried expression. Bad things have been happening at the carnival for a while. People and things have been going missing. My bosses know more than they're telling, but their hands are tied somehow. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set things right. These people are good guys, but you'll need some leverage to make them spill the beans.
Okay. Right.
Okay, I'll read it to you again because my apologies to the audience. It's storming here, so.
Depends on the weather.
Burley. You run into Burley, and he makes a shushing face at you before he squats down in front of you. And he pulls off his jack-o'-lantern helmet. And as he does, you see a sort of worried expression on his face. He says to you,
Burley, what's wrong?
bad things have been happening to people at the carnival for a while. People and things have been going missing.
Yes.
My bosses know more than they're telling, but their hands are tied somehow. I just know it. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set things right. Madam Henderson and Mr. Levy are good people, but you'll need leverage just to make them spill the beans. And he nods at you and puts his helmet back on and disappears fairly quickly for somebody as large as he is.
Well, you can't spell leverage without a lever. You just can't do it. All right, this is good information. I need to find my friends. To find them again.
Cece
Flip.
and Henry are like aimlessly wandering around, holding hands with each other, trying to get lost, but failing at it. Lever?
I used to do a little, but a little wouldn't do it, so a little got more and more wrong.
Just follow his voice. He's gonna
I
keep
hear him singing. Yep.
I just keep trying to get a little better, said a little better than before.
Lever.
This is actually really convenient.
Lever.
Yes?
Did you find Flip?
I did not find Flip, but I did find something interesting. We need to get the band back together so we can talk about it.
Okay,
Means we have
well,
to find Flip.
how can we get Flip over here without wandering through this maze until, I don't know.
Wait, I have an idea.
What?
I'm gonna cast dancing lights. I'm gonna send them to the top of the mirrors as like
Yes.
a signal flare for Flip.
So smart.
Flip, come
Step into the light. Come to the light.
Wait, don't come towards that light. This light. Oh God.
Not
Oh,
that one.
no.
He can't. Henry.
That Flip is blind and
That Flip is
can't
blind!
see your flares.
No.
Oh. Well,
I
have something.
Henry, I have it. Cece is going to use thaumaturgy the correct way.
Thaumaturgy.
She
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to make a signal for Flip, or she's gonna echo her voice and just like, Flip, meet us at the exit.
Do you come from the land down under?
Do you
And
hear that,
we're
Flip?
gonna all go to the exit.
Where Flip is lost and...
Well, Flip went and got lost on purpose
Nope.
to try to talk to the little ghost girl.
Hmm.
So Flip probably hears all that and ignores it, because Flip is still trying to talk to the little ghost girl.
Can't you see the thunder?
Hello? Hello?
You hear her giggling, Flip, and she appears in front of you again.
What should I call you?
Anything but late for dinner, because that makes my stomach upset.
Oh, totally. I understand. It takes a lot of energy to be so creepy.
You know, the only reason that you can find me so easily is because you're one of us. And she giggles.
Well, yeah, I figured as much. That's why I had to leave them behind. Here's what I really want to know, though. Are you one of us who's, like, evil, or one of us who's only, not really a problem unless people are a problem first?
Well,
Because this place gives me creepy vibes, and I'm trying to figure out, like, if you're gonna eat me or not.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how much can I trust you that you're not going to stab me in the eye if I tell you the truth?
You are literally a voice coming from a mirror right now. I cannot tell where your eyes are, even if I wanted to stab you.
Fair point. I forgot you're one of the blind kind. Okay, so really, I can't really tell you too much because there are always other people listening. But unfortunately, I have to be evil, but I don't want to be. And then she
Don't wanna be.
reaches through the mirror and pokes you in the nose and giggles and is gone again.
I instinctively try to bite her finger as she goes.
Give me an athletics. Not athletics, acrobatics. We'll see if you can get her.
This is how it happens.
Just a 10.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't get her.
Alright, I guess I should go to the exit. But there's definitely something up with that girl, and she needs either help or vanquishing, and I'm not sure which.
So you go to the
But
exit.
at this point, I will, fly to the exit.
Flip. Thank God. Okay. We found
Guys!
some things out.
Guys, she's evil, but against her will.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
None of this does. Lever, can you explain what you
Also, is my
saw?
nose bleeding because she poked it?
No.
From the mirror?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I mean,
That seems fine.
why
Everything's
why else
fine.
did you think I wanted to talk to her? Obviously, she can go in and out of mirrors, and she can probably suck your souls into the mirrors. That's why I needed more information.
Well, how do we know she didn't get your soul and you're just back here telling us what she wants you to tell us?
You don't.
Oh,
She
all right.
just told you that she's evil, evil?
Well, no, she said I'm not allowed to tell you the details of what she said, but I can tell you that
What?
she's definitely got problems, and we either need to vanquish her or save her, one or the other.
Did you
Hmm.
sign a contract with the ghost girl too?
Contract
No,
was signed, right? Please tell me that wasn't signed.
I
Don't you,
I
don't,
I did
Why?
not sign a contract. I just had a conversation.
Okay, well, did did she say anything else about? I mean, how did you find her?
I just got lost like she said to.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess we know how to get to her next time. But Lever, can you also explain what in the fresh hells you said you were going to talk about?
yeah, of course
Should
I
we
can.
do this in the open or back at our tent?
Can we
Well,
do this
Because
back at our tent?
We should do this
because
back at our tent.
she also said people are always listening.
That also
yeah.
checks out with what Lever's gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, but
Yep,
they're
yep, yep,
gonna.
yep, yep. We're
They
gonna
gave us this tent.
mustache back to the tent.
Didn't they give us this tent? Aren't they gonna definitely be watching there?
I'm thinking it's everywhere. I'm thinking it's everywhere.
Does
Absolutely
anybody
everywhere.
know like how to do so my great uncle Ulrich, he used to do this thing with like a cone of truth when he thought we were lying and he wanted to wash our mouth out with soap. But he said that he could also do one that wouldn't let us make noise if we didn't like, stop whining when he wanted us to stop whining. Can anybody do that? Or like some
Okay.
sort of shielding thing?
No, he
Well,
didn't
that
slap you
seems
around, did he?
really invasive.
No,
I
he didn't slap me around. He washed my mouth out with soap when I spoke above common.
So where did you learn to slap people around?
Uh, that's complicated.
We need to
Okay.
go back to the tent and tell the others this whole thing first, mostly so we don't have to do it again.
That sounds like a great plan. All right. And Cece's just gonna take the lever and Henry's hands and assume that Flip is following and just start walking to the tent.
Meanwhile, while all that was happening,
All
Delia
right.
comes in after literally like a minute or two after everyone leaves, grumbling to herself because really, you sent a note after I leave about our show times? Really? Ah!
Suppose the talk will go well.
I got the times, but after the whole. But we just sent a note.
They truly do like not giving us notice.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. I already know it. So
Um,
fun.
Lever,
how
can
All right,
you
now,
can you
now
roll
listen. Now
perception for
listen.
me, Lever, as you guys approach your tent?
Yes, we're gonna do a perception because very good at it with my 14 because I've definitely rolled well tonight.
As you approach the tent, you notice a small pumpkin carved and sitting outside your tent, and it wasn't there before.
This is one of those eavesdropping pumpkins, I bet. Let me inspect this thing. Let's do a little investigation on this bad boy. Oh, a 3. Yes, looks like a pumpkin to me.
Okay. Are we just running on the assumption that Mads and Delia's conversation is happening off screen, or what's going on?
No, we can cut over. You guys were just approaching the tent, so I wanted Lever to pick up the pumpkin. Go ahead, have your conversation.
How are you? After everything.
I'm fine. I don't know what you're mean. Things are going well?
You seemed stressed yesterday. If my stress level was any indication, I know
Okay.
that you were probably stressed too.
To be fair,
I am always stressed.
I know, but more than usual. Herding cats is your wheelhouse, but also your biggest annoyance.
Things were said yesterday that I did not care for, and it's fine because that's apparently my life now. This is my life. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Okay, I trust you. Just wanted you to know. Conversation we had before, back in the mansion, it's still applicable here. I'm not going to ask anything before it's time, but you know I'm here if you need me. Or want me,
Well,
for that matter.
I will keep that in mind. For now, I want to go check up on everyone because, hi, that's probably way more important than what? That is more important. We
Now,
don't need to talk about. Nope. We don't have to talk about any of this.
now,
Let's
That's
now,
too
Come on,
much. She says.
everybody, look at
multitasking.
this. Now, look at this pumpkin. See, here's the thing: is this pumpkin is really important. It was left out of here, and Pumpkin Man. What's his name? Big old Pumpkin Man.
Burley.
Burley, right? Burley the Pumpkin Man. He took me aside inside of the
Whoa.
yeah.
Are we inside and the door is closed?
Yeah, of course. I'm speaking confidentially, of course.
Okay, just making sure.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Burley's pumpkin?
Well, listen, that's not the one he has on his face, but he took it off and he showed me his face and he was very concerned. He said that Mr. Levy is a good person and they want to tell us the truth, but there's some dark force controlling them and casting a whole pall, an entire pall over this circus. But in order for him to tell us the truth, we got to find leverage. Leverage. And I said, you can't spell leverage without lever. So I think that's why he came to me. But then we get back here and you see he left a pumpkin outside for us. See? So this tells me.
Oh,
How do we know that Burley left the pumpkin though? If
Well,
Well, I
so,
mean,
we're
Burley
missing
wears a pumpkin on his face, and then there's a pumpkin outside. I
we're
mean,
missing a huge point.
I'm no mathematician, but
We're missing a huge point.
yes.
He spoke to you?
Oh yeah, he's got a whole personality.
He didn't just grunt at you and you understood what his grunts were. He actually used words.
Oh, he used so many words. I mean, I think he's not allowed to speak. He's under some sort of pall. So a whole pall's been cast all over him.
Maybe Mirror Maze is some like safe haven for people.
Oh, it could be.
I,
Maybe
I
that. Yeah.
I don't know about that because if
No.
Flip just said that the girl in the maze is also under. Did you just call it a pall?
I did not call it a
Oh,
pall.
I called it a pall. It's a whole pall.
This whole thing is just appalling, but what no, what I said was that we either need to vanquish her or save her, and I'm not sure which.
Well,
Okay. And so wait,
There-
did Burley say that Mr. Levy is good or evil? Because
he said
I'm a
good. He said good, but he's been controlled by something.
I
He
don't
can't
know
tell
about
us.
that.
I mean,
I don't know about that at all.
but Mr. Burley wouldn't lie to me. He wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have lied. Why lie to me?
He's a nice
Lying.
guy.
I don't.
I mean, if you can't trust someone with a pumpkin on their head, I don't know who you can trust in this world. What's the
No,
point?
not a lot of
Okay.
people, Clever. Not a lot. What time is it?
Idea? You guys, I don't have to be on stage with you when you perform. I could be off scanning the crowds or just trying to info gather for this leverage we need, if you guys want.
That would be great.
Perhaps it's worth investigating the tarot deck as well.
Yeah.
I can handle that.
I'll see if
So
I can't find a way to go grab that in between everything too.
I don't like splitting the party.
Keep a buddy system.
Okay, has anyone considered I'm never really alone? Because I'm not. Ever.
Well, the voices inside your head aren't going to roll initiative with you and swing a sword for you.
She has message though. I mean, she can always get to us somehow, right?
I don't know.
Who don't have message need to be with a buddy.
Yes,
I
Delia
mean-
can go off on her own. We all need buddies. Delia, go do whatever you need to do.
Great. Yeah.
I appreciate the sentiment. I can take on myself. I know how to avoid getting into trouble.
I trust you.
Like I said, when you guys are performing, that's probably the best time to go off and find some information.
So my question is, would it be smarter for it to be the evening show, since that is the headliner, rather than the noon show? It's more likely to draw a crowd.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Speaking of the noon show, what time is it?
We'll get a note with exactly 2 minutes of notice.
That's fair.
Yeah. We don't even have to worry about it.
Okay.
So
Still
we
have
could
time.
go check out. What if we checked out her wagon? Like, if we're supposed to find leverage on Mr. Levy, his partner might have something.
Yeah. She might.
We don't have time.
We
Let
do
Delia
have.
go do it.
We literally have time.
We have
Like an hour.
yes, but we don't know what we're gonna get to when we get there. Let's just do it later. Or let Delia do it.
Okay.
But I say we do it. I say we do it to it.
Fine. If we're late to our performance, it's all over
Okay,
your
but
faults.
shouldn't go because it's much more suspicious if the whole band is just crowded around outside of the fortune teller tent.
Cece will go.
think I'm
Going
gonna-
alone, we literally just talked about the buddy system.
Henry, you're coming with me then. Fine. Anyone else who wants to join, it probably looks a little bit more suspicious, but let's
think
just
two.
go.
I think 2 people going's enough.
Fine.
Two's enough.
That
All right,
said, I'm gonna go hang out with the fire breathers because I am trying to make friends here, which might help in the long run. Anybody want to come hang out with the fire breathers?
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Evil.
Okay, then I guess, Mads, do you want to go try to make friends with some of the other people here?
Sure, we can do that.
Divide and conquer, and we all meet back here about 15 minutes before your
Sounds like a
show?
plan.
Okay.
Are you
Just so we can
seriously
get
gonna
through
bring
it.
that squash with us to the fire breathers?
Hey, this is a pumpkin.
What is a pumpkin if not a squash?
Well, I mean, I would just like a little bit more respect and specificity. That's all. You're
All right.
being broad. You're being broad right now.
Can I see that pumpkin?
Of course, here.
Can I investigate this pumpkin for anything suspicious?
Absolutely, you may.
Natural 20.
All right. All
See, it's a
right.
pumpkin, isn't it?
It is a pumpkin.
So you see Flip takes Lever's pumpkin and he's like feeling around because his eyeballs don't do the thing. And he opens the top of the pumpkin and inside of it is a piece of parchment with a roughly scrawn note on it.
Flip, I don't know how I missed this. You're a genius.
You were probably busy looking with your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody want to take a look at this parchment I found in the pumpkin?
I'll read it, sure.
It smells squashy.
So it's a
Well,
little sticky
I mean, okay.
from being inside the pumpkin. It's a little
Alright.
sticky. And you open the note and
Yeah.
written in very chicken scratch hobgoblin handwriting, is a note from Burley that says, there are ears everywhere. It's not safe. Meet me in the forest after the main show tonight. And he draws like a little X where your tent is, and draws a line around the big top, and draws a line out towards the side of the thing. Hold on. Actually, I forget I can do this. I'll show you where he draws you a map to.
I sure do want to trust Burley, but the fortune teller said we would die at midnight. Our show ends before midnight. He's trying to get us into the woods.
That's why we go together, so that if he tries to kill you, I can kill him before he
Yes.
kills you.
That's right.
We should probably bring Henry with us too, just so it can be like a bonding thing.
And
feel
Delia and
like he
Mads
needs more
and
bonding.
Stishy.
Yeah, sure. Unless they wanted to go to the that fortune teller tent.
I mean, it's
but I
after
just-
our it's after
feel
our
like-
show.
I feel actually shit. We should go get them. We need to go get them and tell them now.
Yeah, well, he wants us to go there after our.
Yeah, but crap. Where's the fortune teller tent? I'm gonna fly off to the fortune teller tent.
Okay. I'm
And
standing around, looking around.
you can see he draws you a little thingy there to show you kind of which way to meet him to go to the forest. And so that's a thing that happens. And you run off to the fortune teller's tent. And as you head that direction, you get over there, and Cece and Henry will have noticed by the time they got there that Madam Henderson's caravan is not sitting there anymore.
Oh.
Guys!
No.
Turn around, go back, pretend you weren't about to do this.
Why?
Because the pumpkin said so.
No. I'm not gonna. Okay.
No, it's not safe. Just we
Well, I
need
mean,
to
there's
not.
nothing here anyway, so fine. Sure. Fine. Let's go.
We should go play with rabbits, or like eat fairy cakes, or something, or practice, or take a nap.
Practice.
Until you don't have to practice. We know you don't need to practice, but the rest of us do sometimes. The pumpkin said not to do this now, and that we should go somewhere else later.
Okay,
And
cool.
I, for
fine.
one, listen to my squashes.
Awesome. Cool. We
You
will
could
meet
ask
you
your-
back there. Go.
You could ask your doll. Bye.
You see a very, very large crowd of people sort of moving past you and heading towards the big top. And you hear the sort of like dinging of a clock as it gets closer to showtime. And time seems to have slipped away from you as you were investigating and conversing and things of the sort. And you have T-minus 2 minutes until the show starts.
Now,
We are
okay,
bad at
I'm
this.
gonna open
No.
up with open with patience, and
You do
then we'll
that.
figure out what's next.
Okay.
Are we ready to go?
So
Look at this crowd.
you go in and you see a super large crowd, bigger than this morning's. You go on stage and you do this sort of, really great performance that you had planned. It kind of mirrors the one from this morning. And, you finish your performance, the crowd kind of goes away, and you're able to leave the stage, and you have some time now in between your next performance and finishing now. It's about 1 o'clock, and your next performance is at 6:30.
Boy, he's really putting it on us. We gotta perform 4 times a day. This is crazy.
3 times. 3 times. 3
3
times.
times a
Okay.
day. Three times a day. Exhausting.
I want to go hang out with the fire's breathers after all. You want to come?
Yes.
Let's go hang out with the fire breathers.
I want to go back over to the tent, but I need you to tell me why not.
I can't tell you at the tent either. Show her, lover. Show her what the squash said.
Okay, here's the note. You gotta read it, but don't show anybody you're reading it. Play it off like you're not reading. See, it says there's ears everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We knew that. We already knew that.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we go, just decide to, go over to, maybe, something nearby, like,
Why don't we just wait around and go there tonight after our last performance and just go there?
We'll definitely do that too, as the squash commands. But let's take a lap around the whole place
Yes.
to stretch
Henry
our
and I will-
legs.
Henry and I will take a lap.
yeah.
If you want to join us, we are going to take a lap, right, Henry?
This is why Dealer is going crazy all the time. It's got a lot of cat herding. Everybody wants to just take laps everywhere.
We're just a lap to see where things have moved to, because
Mhm.
configurations change, and I like to know where the fairy cupcakes are at all times. We're taking a lap now.
Yep.
Give me a cupcake. Bye.
Yep, so you disappear from your tent and you kind of walk around the circus and you're looking around thinking you might find something, and you just freaking don't, man. You don't find what it is that you're looking for because things cannot be found that are not lost. And so you spend the afternoon, practicing and getting things together and getting ready for your show. And then you have your evening show, and your show is really great, and you feel really refreshed and like you performed like a bunch of champs. And then the circus, the big show lasts a little longer. It starts at 6:30. There's other performers, things like that. They have the grand show where Mr. Levy is there in the middle. Obviously, Madam Henderson isn't there performing because she's still DED dead. And things are just fantastic and circusy and great and not sus at all. And then everybody leaves the big show and things kind of wind down for the night, and you are at your tent again.
I'm gonna
It's
go.
It's time to go to the forest.
We must follow the decree of our squash overlord.
That's right. Overgourd, I think, is the
Yes,
proper.
the overgourd.
Yes.
It's just casual, though. We just want to go and see the forest. It's not, yeah.
Totally cash. I heard there might be a bonfire out there tonight.
Yeah,
I like fire.
There could be
Or,
a
it'll be
bonfire
fine.
tonight. There could be. So you head out, you leave the circus, and you head out into the forest that's on the outside surrounding area. And in this sort of center of the forest grove that you enter into, you see Burley sitting there, and he looks very different to you than what you're used to seeing him. He does not have his pumpkin on his head. He's not in his standard overalls. He's dressed in something a little nicer than his overalls, but still not like fancy performer's clothing. A pair of dress like khaki kind of slacks, and a simple tunic with some mushrooms drawn on it, and little fairy designs and things of the sort. And his hobgoblin-y hair is brushed and combed, and he appears washed, nothing like he looks when he's working at the circus. And he's sitting there smoking a corncob pipe in the center of a little tiny grove, and he says, I'm so glad you decided to come. I knew you were the ones to help.
Mr. Burley, what went on in your head?
I
You
do
can
not feel
talk.
comfortable signing any more contracts,
Oh, I don't
if
want
that's
you
what
to
you
sign.
had in mind.
No, I don't need you to sign a contract. That's not what you're here for. You're here
Okay, good.
because Elwick said that you guys were the ones that were going to be able to help us. She got a good feeling, and she said that you were going to be the ones. And I believed her because
Wait,
Elwick is great. I have known her for a very long time. She's never steered me in the wrong direction. She's never lied to me. So I had to listen to her when she said that she thinks that you're the ones that could help us.
Mm.
Okay, what does that
Hey,
look
help-
like?
Help with what?
Well, you see, things in the carnival are not as they seem, right? I'm sure you've kind of figured that out by now. You can't be as daft as you appear, right? Like you figured out that
oh,
things
I can
are
definitely
better.
be that daft.
All right. Well, in
Oh,
I
case
am
you
both.
are definitely that daft, things are not okay at the circus. People dropping dead, disappearing, things changing. Like Madame Henderson, she was a crazy bitch. Like, don't get me wrong. Pardon my French, ladies. I usually don't say terrible words in front of women, but it's just like she was just not a nice lady and was terrible to work for. Absolutely terrible to work for. But like, I didn't want to see her die, you know, man. And like, that was just crazy. She just dropped dead. And then when I got up this morning, her whole caravan was just gone, right? And I think it has to have something to do with Mr. Levy and the watch. It has to do with the watch that he always carried. I know it does. And I think
Wait, what?
yeah, his pocket watch.
Watch?
Didn't you see his pocket watch?
I didn't notice a pocket watch, but I'll look out for it next time.
Yeah, so I
DM,
think.
did I notice a pocket watch?
What's your passive?
My passive is
My passive is
13.
aggressive.
Mine's 15.
11, 13. Sorry.
If you have
13 for me.
if you have Henry, you would have been able to see it. 14 or above passive
I'm
perception.
at as a 15, yeah.
So you guys would have seen when you were at Mr. Levy's caravan, you would have seen on his person a very large, very ornately decorated pocket watch, sort of hanging elegantly from his vest, all fancy and stuff.
Timing is on his side.
It was on his waist, but yeah.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah, so I would have said before that the best time for you to steal the watch would be like during the big event, because
Yes.
that's usually the only time that Madame Henderson and Mr. Levy are separated. But since Madame Henderson has separated herself from Mr. Levy, I think it might be easy to do, you know, while he's sleeping or something. I don't know, maybe not while he's sleeping. I haven't gone in there at night. I usually try to stay away because, you know, your boss doesn't like it when you invade their privacy. If you didn't ever know that, I had to learn that the hard way. So I know this is all really confusing, and I'm also really confused because I just don't understand why things are happening the way that they're freaking happening. And so if we can steal the watch, I think we can make things change. I think that the crazy stuff that's happening will stop if we can steal the watch, because I almost think that it has something to do with it. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm a hobgoblin. I'm not a wizard. And he just sits his hands in his lap.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a lot to take in, but I like it. I think we should do it. Henry, what do you think? Henry, I'm going to talk to you for a second here. See, I'm going to tell you that you can do this. You can sneak in. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you a little thing to just dance around inside of your head, and when you sneak in, you're just going to sneak the best sneaking you ever sneak. And then somebody else is going to tell you how to do that little sleight of hand trick to steal that thing. Because you're going to be so sneaky. You're going to be like a shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am the knight. Okay.
In the
Now?
night.
Like now? We're
Should we do
we're doing
this
this
now?
now?
Yeah, it's nighttime. He's got to be pooped after that big show. Probably went back and had a couple of cocktails, and he's probably laying down and he's snoring right now. Now's the time.
Look, listen, I'd love to stay
Yeah,
around
I
for
think
your
we're
guys'
getting to
plan.
account for the.
I'd love to stay around for your plan, guys, but obviously I'm a henchman and I have henchman things to do, so I can't be away for too long. But if anybody saw you coming here, I'm gonna deny it, and I don't know anything, so I'm out of here. And then Burley kind of like disappears.
One last question before you go.
What? He stops at
The
the wood
cats. Are the cats going to play any factor in our ability to get in that tent?
Oh, those damn
To them?
cats. Yeah. Actually, I suggest
Sleep.
taking
Sleep.
some salmon with you. That might be the only way to get those things not to screech at the top of their lungs.
Oh no, we're gonna
Wonderful.
catch sleep on those
Thank you
cats.
very much for your help.
Okay, I have to go. Don't tell anybody you saw me. I know I'm really big and hard to miss, but don't tell anyone. Bye. And
Go,
he
go,
leaves.
go. You're fine. You're fine. Go.
We're gonna
And he
catch sleep
leaves
on
you.
those cats. Cats love to sleep. No one will even think twice when they see a bunch of cats asleep. Catch
I
sleep
will
on
leave
those
the
cats.
bring
Recommendation
salmon
of
with me
salmon
and
would
leave
be
it at
good.
their little faces.
Can talk to the cats, or I can put them to sleep. I can
Sleep.
do both.
Delia, do you trust him?
I've just been listening and trying to figure that out. I've been watching his body language, trying to decide on that.
Do you have any insight into the matter or anything?
With the 30-20, do I?
He seems like he's very anxious, and like he pretty much he's telling you the truth about everything. He maybe might know a few extra details that he didn't include for all of your own safeties, but aside from that, yeah, pretty much he's telling you all that you need to know. He's just like he's a soft, sweet boy. Like he's just like the big, scary guy, but underneath it all, he's just like soft and sweet on the inside, And he just has this part of him that he just doesn't want to do evil in him, Whether he's meant to be a big, scary hobgoblin or not, he's just a nice one, He's got that soft teddy bear vibes hidden under all of that scary shit, and he just wants everything to be okay, man. He just wants peace to be brought into the world.
Peace on Earth.
And goodwill towards men. Or whatever.
Or something like it.
Too nice.
Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Caution to the wind.
So are we sending Henry in alone?
Well, we're gonna put the
Oh,
cats
I
to
believe
sleep.
Delia would be the best. Hang on. I believe that sending Henry and Delia would be beneficial because they're both dancers. They are light on their feet. They're our best chance at stealthing in.
That
Being
is
unnoticed. While
totally
still having a buddy
But
system.
if you two stealth checks, is more chance to fail. That's like a disadvantage.
What's a stealth check?
That's right. See, I'm trying to give you inspiration here.
But you don't want to not have backup if the cats
Well,
turn out to be werebeasts.
Oh, now we're gonna put those cats to sleep before we ever go inside.
But
Aren't they
sleep is
outside?
just as unreliable as stealth.
Yeah.
One's near me so that she's within range, so she can message me. That way, I can be telling Delia, how it's going. So she can be in communication with me while I'm inside.
Yes, but I think we should all just wait outside the tent, and then we're all close. If shit goes sideways,
Outside the tent, that's
no.
incredibly conspicuous.
If we all go, we are all there, and that's not good if we're trying to be stealthy right now.
well, I'd rather burn the whole place down than let somebody die alone in a tent.
That's why we have a buddy system. We just agreed to this morning.
Okay.
Maybe she can remain
Instead
in
of
contact
doing
with me.
this, instead of doing this now, maybe we just do this at another time so we have
No,
more time
now's
to
the
plan. It's
time.
not such a mess.
No, now's the time. If we think about it too long, we'll never have the courage.
If I may
If
make
we
a
argue about it too long, we'll
suggestion
get nothing done.
about
Then let's
timing.
do it.
Yes, Flip. Yes.
It is still a little bit early in the evening. I don't know about you guys. I've been a performer for a while now. I know that after a show, I'm never ready for bed right away. So, I think we have two avenues that we could pursue here. Thing one, we could absolutely sneak in like Pumpkin Man said, but we should do it when he's actually asleep, not right after the show.
Right.
Option
And
2, invite Mr. Levy over for a celebratory drink and try to get it off of him then, if we want to do it now. I'm just saying, if we want to do the sleep thing, we should wait till he's asleep.
sure, let's wait, and then we do it.
Okay? In that case, I definitely think we send 2 in and have the rest plausibly deniability, legal jargony around at an available for help, but not so close as to be incriminatory.
Yes, right.
DM question: how far away is our tent from Mr. Levy's tent? Is it within message range? Okay. Then I believe we should stay at our tent. It's close enough that we can get there if we need to, but not close enough that we look conspicuous in any way. Just be at our tent.
Fair enough. Good luck, Henry. Don't die the rest of the way.
Got this.
I'll be checking in every few seconds, okay?
I'm gonna go find